What's up guys, welcome. It's Warren Gosling here, coming to you once again with simple actionable tips on how to become financially literate. Today we're going to talk about the most common causes of debt. If you find today's topic useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps us build the channel and get the word out there to as many people as possible. And stick around to the end guys, because I'm going to give you some simple actionable tips on how you can reverse your debt situation. Now for the context of this video guys, when I talk about debt, what I'm really talking about is unsecured debt here. So credit cards, car loans, store cards, personal loans, with the obvious exception being mortgages, which are a unique type of loan that most people need to buy a home unless you're buying in cash money, in which case you're probably operating at a whole nother financial literacy level, but welcome to the channel nonetheless. First of all, let's start right at the beginning. So what is debt? Debt is a sum of money that is owed or due. When you take out a loan, you're essentially borrowing from your future self. So you're getting access to a sum of money that you wouldn't otherwise have through your wages or your savings. You're getting it from a lender and you're making an agreement to repay them at a future date in time when you have the money to do so. So in essence, you're borrowing from your future self. Let's have a look at the main reasons for debt, and at the end I'm going to give you some simple actionable tips on how you can avoid that, so stick around to the end. So during my time working in the banking industry in credit risk, I've seen everything from incredibly wealthy millionaires in debt to middle class white collar workers in debt to everyday normal working class people in debt like me and you. Why am I telling you this? To bust a myth really, by letting you know that financial difficulty is something that all people get into. It doesn't discriminate. It's not limited to black, white, gay, straight. In fact, statistics from the Office of National Statistics show that the UK short-term average debt levels are currently at their highest since records began, at just over £200 billion. So for the first time since 1988, the UK households have become net borrowers, which basically means that we are spending more than we earn as a nation. To fund this shortfall, households are either taking out debt or they're dipping into their savings, according to the data. And one of the main reasons for debt is that we're borrowing more and saving less. Now, there's two main factors behind the most common causes of debt. We have external factors that we can't control, so unforeseen circumstances like ill health, loss of employment, relationship breakdown, living expenses increases, etc. And then there's factors that we can control, which we saw in last week's video about budgeting. So let's have a look at the most common causes of debt. We're going to start with external factors that we can't control. First up is ill health or disability. A lot of the time, we cannot plan for unforeseen ill health events. Nobody chooses to get sick. I personally went through a phase some years ago now in my previous job where I got burnt out at work. Your brain's foggy, it's cloudy, you get abnormally exhausted doing ultra simple things that you can normally do in your sleep, like reading an email or typing a sentence. But the point is, most of the time, we can't plan for this, and that often catches us unawares. Next is job loss. The coronavirus, Lady Rona, is a great example of this. If you'd have asked anyone, except Bill Gates of course, to predict the world's population, almost 7.5 billion people would be locked down indoors, playing all the ball games in their cupboards, rinsing Zoom and Netflix. How many of us would have been able to predict that in January? So many people are out of a job or on a furlough, and it's completely come at us from left field. It's devastating the globe. I'm actually a contractor, and my contracts are always 6 months at a time. So I have to constantly, and I mean constantly, be ready to be let go at short notice should the business I'm working for choose it. And it's happened to me on 1 or 2 occasions actually in the last 5 years. It's the nature of the job, an occupational hazard. Next is relationship breakdown. Guys, just like ill health and job loss, there's absolutely nothing we can do to help this. But yeah guys, when relationships break down, you go from say splitting a mortgage and all the household bills 50-50 to paying for it all yourself. That's a big jump to take, and that can often lead to debt, which leads me on to living expenses. Expenses may go up from time to time in and of themselves. For example, your gas or your electricity tariff or your service charge on your flat where you're living. It might increase from 1 year to the next, or over the course of a few years, and edge you closer into the red, but a bit more gradually. All of these are factors that we can't control and can easily lead us into debt. So let's look at some factors that we can control. These are the things that we're really going to focus in this video, guys. I'm going to show you how you can make simple changes that will lead you out of debt as long as you do them consistently. Quick one, guys, if you find today's content helpful and informative, please do subscribe and comment. My number one goal is to help as many people as possible, but I need your help to do that. And when you subscribe and comment, YouTube's algorithm really likes that a lot, and it literally suggests these videos to other people. So I've got no shame in my game, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate you guys. Guys, the most important factor that we can control is our own financial literacy. This is the whole reason for this channel. Literacy is a key, guys. The UK National Statistical Data shows that in the UK, the most common debt traps are personal loans and credit card loans. As a nation, we love our personal loans and we love our credit cards. The average personal loan debt is just under £6,500 and credit cards are just under £2,500. Does that seem about right to you? Let me know in the comment section down below. So the main consequences of debt are financial and mental, guys. Mental is the side that we forget about a lot. The financial consequences are obvious and we're all very much familiar with them. The mental aspects run in parallel to the financial aspects and can compound all of it. So I'm talking stuff like stress, anxiety, hopelessness. These are all things that we've experienced, but there is hope. And if you haven't already, guys, please create a budget and get on top of your income and your spending. And if you haven't already watched that video, please watch it. It should be here or here, where I walk through how to create a budget step by step, because it's essential, guys. It's essential to everything we're doing. I spend the whole video showing you why these are key to both protecting you from debt and also reversing your way out of debt. So pause this, go watch that video and come back here. We'll be waiting for you. The next thing you want to do, guys, is avoid making any payments manually. When we have to make payments manually out of our own accounts, and it depends on our discipline and our will, very often we fail, guys. So the easiest thing for us to do when it comes to, say, paying debts monthly on time and bills, automate it, guys. Set up a standing order or a direct debit, move yourself out of the equation and let those automated features do the work for you each month. It's so much easier that way, guys. And then lastly, guys, is use the technology out there. There's a lot of tools out there that give us intelligent insights into what we're spending. I've got 3 words for you guys: Monzo, Monzo, Monzo. I don't work for Monzo Bank. I'm not a promoter for them. I'm not on their payroll, but guys, their app, and when it comes to banking and spending, is amazing. It shows you what you're spending and how you're spending each month. It's really user friendly and it's just a great way to manage your money because it has a lot of tools built into it. And perhaps I'll do another video on that another time just to walk through it. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section below if you're fellow Monzo fans, because it's one of the best apps that is out there. It's one of the best apps that's out there for money management, guys. So that's today's episode, guys. I hope that was really helpful. Come back next week when we talk about how to prioritize your debts. So if you're in debt and you need to know what debt do I pay off first and what's the best way out of this, tune in. I'm going to give you all of that. If you found today's episode useful, like, subscribe, and head over to Instagram. I'm at Warren Gosling. I'm at Warren Gosling, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care, guys.